we're at Tides USA, and today we're speaking with Stefan Hyde, Automation Manager with Asahi Kasei Bioprocess. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Let's jump right in. When people hear oligo manufacturing scale up, what do you think they usually get wrong?
Well, I think human nature is that when we hear scale up, we think a bigger version of the same thing, right? And so people look at their equipment and they say, well, I have a 10 centimeter column, maybe I need a 100 centimeter column for a big scale up. And I don't know that that's always the case, and I think that that's something that we'll talk about a lot this week. Scaling up can mean that you do the same thing faster or more efficiently, or maybe just with more duplicates of the same equipment. And that might be an easier way to go up than just making something bigger.
I mean, that sounds right. You're speaking at Tides at a time when a lot of companies are expanding their capacity. What makes this moment different from 5 or even 10 years ago?
Man, I think a few things. One, some of those companies have already expanded capacity. There are more players, I think, that are interested in this market than were 5 or 10 years ago. Well, maybe not interested, but involved. I think really what we're approaching now is an area where we have workforce constraints, because we have all this institutional knowledge that's kind of concentrated, and it's growing to be a bigger problem to distribute that knowledge and train up the talent pipeline than it is to just build sites. And so I think the limiting factors are changing a little bit.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. And in your experience, when sites struggle to scale, is it usually a technology limitation or something else?
Well, I guess I kind of walked right into that, right into that answer. I think right now what I see is mostly that that people and processes are the limiting factors in scaling. Of course, you can't just drop a plant in a greenfield tomorrow, but you can build a plant in a few years, and you can't necessarily create a talent pipeline that's going to support the whole industry.
That's true. And if you watch how companies choose new manufacturing equipment today, what do you think they're still optimizing out of habit?
Out of habit, I think we choose the things that we're comfortable or familiar with, and the fact that it worked for us 5 or 10 years ago doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right choice for us today. And I think that similar to the scale-up question, when we think about getting bigger or faster, we think of greater versions of what we're already doing, rather than kind of walking back, understanding what our process needs or requirements are, and then setting our goals based on that.
Yeah. And speaking of change, of course, a lot of organizations say they want to be AI ready or digital first. From where you sit, what's the hardest part of actually making that real on the manufacturing floor?
On the manufacturing floor, I think the folks who are closest to the data are maybe least comfortable with the implementation, right? They might not know what the impact of their job is or how it's going to benefit them. Is it really worth my time to invest in this effort? So I think that even for us as an equipment producer, we have a lot of manufacturing concerns, and AI and digital tools are helping us with those. But we need to demonstrate to the folks on the floor how it's impacting them. So one great example is we have our shop techs. They wear headsets and they explain what they're doing while they go through assembly, and that's what they use to create their work instructions and SOPs. They take those transcripts and automatically generate documents using an LLM, and so that's a way that we've kind of converted skeptics into really excited users of AI, and I think that that's what we have to do across the manufacturing infrastructure.
So you're giving a talk at Tides this week, and what is your talk about?
My talk is about enabling operational scalability with digital tools, and so I'm excited to share some content on that.
And if someone comes to your talk and they walk away with just one takeaway, what do you hope that is?
I hope that they walk away from my talk asking themselves, what is one thing I could do tomorrow, one small thing I could do tomorrow that is going to make an immediate impact on my organization or my own quality of life at my job with a digital tool.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today, and have a great rest of your event.
Thank you, and same to you.